Hey, I'm Becca with the Happy Ever Crafter, and in this video I'm going to walk you through 5 of my favorite hand lettering and calligraphy books, and I'm going to link them all down below for you so you can get clickable links to Amazon and find them all down there. Let's just jump right in. My first recommendation and the first calligraphy book that I ever had is Modern Calligraphy by Molly Suber-Thorpe. And the reason that I really like this one is because it touches on like the basics of calligraphy and talks to you about tools and all of that kind of stuff, and not just brush pens but pointed pen, which it can be really challenging. So this is a really good one, and she goes into good depth in the beginning about all of that stuff. But then what I really love about it, and you can tell that I've used it a lot because the pages are all ripping out, I remember really loving this at the beginning, is that there's different examples of all different letter styles for the whole alphabet. So that's hard to find, and this was a really great resource to just reference whenever I was doing writing as a beginner and I wanted to see different styles. So that was my favorite part of this book. And then the rest of it has like just some fun projects and all that kind of stuff. So this is my #1 recommendation if you want to learn modern calligraphy. The next one I'm recommending is Mastering Hand Lettering by Mai de Leon, and Mai has been on the YouTube show before, actually twice, so I'll link to her videos up here. But I actually carried this book around in my backpack for 6 months while I was backpacking around the world, and I had a very tiny backpack, so that's how good it is and that's how much I used it. This one is not for calligraphy, it's for hand lettering, which is a little different. And so you can see in the book she actually walks you through how to do every single letter in the alphabet, which is really helpful because I find a lot of books skip over those basics and jump right to more advanced sort of lettering styles, but it's really important to learn these basic ones. And so Mai does a really good job of breaking down all of those, and then in the rest of the book she's got lots of different examples of how to stylize them and all that good stuff. So I really liked this book. I love the way it was laid out, and I found it really helpful. The next one is sort of similar to Mai's book in that at the beginning it has a lot of good breakdowns of the alphabet, and so you can go through different styles and learn different styles. This one is The Big Awesome Book of Hand and Chalk Lettering by Dina Rodriguez, and it's got lots of good stuff in it. So there's projects at the back. Most lettering and calligraphy books you find are going to be like that. They're going to have intro and then projects. So there's really fun projects at the back. But she, like I said, she's got lots of different styles that you can learn and the alphabet for all of them. And the other thing that I really liked about it was that at the beginning she goes over like different really basic techniques that you can do to stylize, so drop shadows and all this kind of stuff. I get questions about that all the time, and this book just had a really good breakdown. She's got some different banners and all that good stuff. So that one's really nice. The Big Awesome Book of Hand and Chalk Lettering by Dina Rodriguez. And then if you're sticking along sort of the chalk avenue, the next book that I really love is The Complete Book of Chalk Lettering by Valerie McKeon. Val has been on the show as well, and she did a lesson for us on chalk lettering, so I'll link to that. But this book is really great just for different chalk techniques. So she's got lettering, but she also has different like banners and borders and ways of like embellishing. So all of this stuff I always found really helpful whenever I was doing a chalkboard and I needed like just a little idea to fill up a space that I had like lacking. And it's got obviously really fun projects at the back once you're getting a little more advanced. So this one was really awesome. Different way to draw flowers even in chalk, and lots of good stuff in there. So this was a great one, and actually the cool part about this too is that the covers are chalkboards, so you can actually work right in the book if you want to. So that's really cool. And then the last one I have is by my friend Doris, and Doris has also been on the show. She walked us through how to do lettering on unconventional surfaces. So Doris is like the queen of that, and this is her book. So if you are thinking about doing your calligraphy and lettering on weird surfaces like glass or windows or murals, on like big storefront windows and all that kind of stuff, anything that's not paper essentially, it's gonna be in this book. So Doris has like lots of different tips on what tools to use for what kind of surfaces, which is a question I get literally every day. So that is always really helpful. And then of course she has all the projects in the back. You can do lots of different projects writing on different surfaces, and she walks you through how to do each one. So this book I found really helpful when I was trying to figure out like, oh, I have this really weird, like maybe I was writing on a suitcase and I needed to know what pen to use. Doris is like the go-to for that. So this is a really good one if you're trying to learn that kind of stuff. And then lastly, obviously, I'll do a little shameless plug. I don't have a physical book, but I sell workbooks. So if you're trying to just learn brush calligraphy, that's what's all over this channel. You can learn lots of that here, and you can also get my workbooks at thehappyevercrafter.com/workbooks. So I hope all of those are helpful. Maybe you're filling up your Amazon cart as we speak, and again, they're all linked down below if you want to do that. So if this was helpful, leave me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel because I put out 2 new videos every single week, and I'll see you next time.